Hello, 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 everybody. How are you today? Welcome to another The Special Marketing Live Show episode. And today will be a really special, amazing episode. I think I can say it will be an amazing episode. Today, I will have my amazing friend Ryan Swanstrom to talk about his Amazon influencer journey, how he's making money, how he came to this Amazon influencer thing, what he's doing, and everything. So stay tuned because this could be a really insightful show for you. But before that, just a big shout out to SE Ranking, my amazing sponsor, which is sponsoring this show. If you want to check this amazing tool, which will help you to find the right keywords to your content creation journey. Also, this you can monitor your competitors. You can also check your website. This is a really amazing and powerful tool for your digital marketing, for your SEO uh, journey. So s- take a look. It's in the description if you're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch. I don't know if in Twitch it's there. On Periscope, you can check on Periscope the other locations. But today, as I mentioned, and by the way, I have other tools that you can check on the description. If you are on Amazon, stay there because we will talk about this amazing platform, which is Amazon Live as well. If you're watching the replay and if you know someone who may likes this, or even if you're watching right now on live, please share this with other people who may like this content. So today I brought I he's closed in the dungeons, like he wants to say, and today there's no glass of water, there's no cookies, anything. I didn't left anything to Ryan. He doesn't deserve because he's making huge money on Amazon. So if he can ask Amazon something meanwhile, he can order something on Amazon. So today we're going to talk about this amazing thing, call it Amazon Influencer Program. I may think that some of you don't even know that this exists. So it exists. By the way, right now we are broadcasting to Amazon as well. Okay. And for those of you who are tuning in on Amazon, you may check this new share I brought, which is amazing. Okay. So let me bring my dear friend Ryan. I can see here that he's struggling with a huge spider. Let me bring it to the screen. Hello, Mr. Ryan.
Hello. Thank you for letting me out of the dungeon. It was dark, cold, and I'm hungry. You didn't even leave me any cookies.
Well, today, because one of the things about the European Union, they are really strict about cookies. You know, so I removed every cookie from my online presence.
Oh, well, anyhow, on a more serious note, thank you so much, Marco, for having me on your show. It's an honor. For those of you that don't know, Marco and I actually host a show on Friday afternoons together. So Marco and I know each other, but it's been a while since I've been a guest on Marco's special marketing show. So thank you.
Well, it's me who needs to thanks to you, Ryan. It's a pleasure to have you here. I think you're one of the most amazing live streamers on this. And also, you're a content. I think we can get a little bit broader instead of just focusing, and we will talk about this a few minutes later, instead of focusing this, because this is something that Amazon is working on, instead of thinking about just being Amazon live streamer, we can think in an Amazon content creator. And I think you're nailing both of those uh, approaches. So before starting the conversation, if you don't mind to talk a little bit about you so people get to know you a little better, okay? And then we will start the conversation.
All right. Well, I can tie nicely into this whole content creation thing. I spent probably about 20 years of my career being a software engineer and a data science. I have a PhD in computational science and statistics. So I am, by all standards, a full-fledged nerd. But 8, 9 years ago, I started a blog on data science, and that is what kind of introduced me to the world of influencers, content creation, social media. And ever since then, I've been blogging, creating content. I think my favorite platform other than Amazon right now is LinkedIn. It's just a platform that I enjoy, but I've just been doing a number of those things over the last few years. Just in the last 9 to 10 months, I've discovered Amazon Live, and I think we'll talk about that a lot more coming up. But about a month ago, I quit my full-time job, and I am now a full-time Amazon Live creator. So that's where I'm at.
Perfect, perfect. And I think you started. I'm sure that before you went to Amazon Live, you started live streaming on other platforms. Can you explain why you made this transition to live stream and how? Because I think because one of the things that people, and I think today we are uncovering a myth about live streaming, because people may think that need to be beautiful to go live, and I think we are the best example that this is not true.
That is true. Marco and I joke about this a lot. We jokingly call ourselves beauty influencers, but the reality of it is Marco and I look like regular guys in their 40s. So
Absolutely.
at no point in our lives were we ever models or famous celebrities or anything like that. I'll tell you a little bit about what kind of got me into the live streaming world. So I mentioned I had a blog and I had a Facebook page to go around with it, and I was out on LinkedIn. And I want to say back in about 2017, I was one of the first people within my network that ever posted a video on LinkedIn. So not a live video. LinkedIn didn't do live video yet, but they allowed you to start recording videos. And I remember I started making a few videos, and I even got myself a tripod, and I started realizing people watch these videos, and I'd make 2 to 5 minute videos telling, interesting creative stories. And I really liked it. The part I didn't like was video editing. So if you've ever created videos in your life, creating a 60-second video is really hard. I would create these 60-second videos or these 2-minute videos, and it would take me 25 takes. It would take me 2 hours to create these. Marco, you know what I'm talking about. It is harder to make a 60-second video than it is to make a 10-minute video. When you only have 60 seconds, you can't say the wrong thing. You don't want to slide in an You want to get 60 seconds of content in there and not fill it up with fillers, ahs and ums, and I don't know. But so that was the part of recorded video that I didn't love. Then I tried a couple of Facebook lives, probably back in 2017, 2018. I kind of liked it, but I really wasn't consistent. It wasn't until LinkedIn got live video, and I got access into that earlier than some people did. Marco had LinkedIn Live before I did, but we'll let that one slide by. And anyhow, I didn't do much with live video until coronavirus hit. And once it hit, I thought, I have LinkedIn Live. Everyone's at home. I'm going to start doing an interview show. And I didn't have a name for it. So I said, I'm just going to call it the Example Show. And I interviewed podcasters, live streamers, and content creators, talking to them about how do you create a blog? How do you create content? How do you do live video? What is the gear you use for your podcast? And I did a bunch of these videos through 2020. I did about one a week, and Marco was one of my early guests on that show. And so that is what got me kind of hooked on the live video interaction. I actually really liked it. Plus, it got rid of the need to have to do a lot of video editing. You just kind of make sure you're prepared and you go live. And Marco and I will both tell you, uh, we have become comfortable with things going wrong on live videos. I guess comfortable is maybe not the right word. We have become, we know how to handle the fact when you go live and things don't work. And because Marco and I mean, our Homazin show, sometimes we go live and, you know, Marco's sound screen deck doesn't work, or I think we've gone live and my microphone's not turned on, and we kind of just roll along with it. Actually, it to some extent it makes the shows fun and engaging.
Indeed, indeed. And we have here Slevin. Hello, Slevin Couture. Thank you so much. Another Amazon influencer, by the way. For those of you who are watching on Amazon, if you want to tell which people are Amazon influencers in the chat, those who have the blue stamp, kind of blue stamp with a thick, it's right this way, a thick, this check.
Check, yeah, that's what it's called.
They are Amazon influencers. So yes, Ryan, as you mentioned, for instance, for me it's easier to create a live show talking 2 hours than it is to create a recorded 30 seconds video. I remember when I 2 years ago or something, I was, or even before, I was recording a course about a platform to make live video, and I was doing a step by step recording. Okay, for instance, this feature I recorded, then I go editing, and it took me, I don't know, years.
It's hard.
Recording. Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, and this is funny because here we talk fluently. We our tongue doesn't roll like. And when I'm recording, I don't know why it happens. I like, okay, let's start this again.
It really is different, and so I don't want to tell, and I think Marco would agree with me. It's different for different people. Like some people really like the idea of going live and doing live videos. Like Marco and I are talking about, we don't like to edit videos a whole lot. When they recorded, we put a little more pressure on ourselves and we stumble over our words. But there are people on the flip side of that who don't really like going live. They're not comfortable when things go wrong. They like to do kind of everything behind the scenes, fix it all up, and release a final product that way. So content creation can be either one. You just kind of have to try and figure out which ones you like for yourself.
Absolutely, and that this is a really important key point, and also this is something that Amazon is aware. Okay, because for instance, one of the things you can, and we will talk about this in a while. One of the things you can do as an Amazon influencer is create these different types of content. Okay, you can make live shows, you can record videos and upload them. For instance, and I don't know if you're thinking about it, you can create a site or a blog about reviewing products that you bought on Amazon. You can, for instance, you can put there the links, the affiliate links, and then people can, if they like what they saw, they can hit the link and then they go to Amazon store and buy what you just talked about. But the thing is, Ryan, and I think this is important. A, how did you know about this Amazon influencer program? And B, and I think this should be something interesting as well, even though I think, meanwhile, it changed how we can apply to become an Amazon influencer. Can you explain that to us, please?
I can explain a little bit about my background in getting in. So I found out about it. It was probably August of 2020. Ross Brand, who has been on your show before, one of the live streaming experts out there. I follow him on Instagram. He put up a post that said, "Hey, Amazon now offers live streaming, so you can apply to be part of their program." I thought to myself,
What a
okay,
wonderful world.
yeah, what an amazing time to be alive. But so I put in an application, and when you apply for Amazon Live, so this was way back August of 2020. I think it is still the same. The criteria for numbers might be a little different. You have to have a social media following either on a Facebook group or page, a YouTube channel, Twitter following, or an Instagram following. So I think it's one of those four that you have to have. They have never published the number of followers you have to have on any of those audiences. I applied with my Twitter. I have 2,500, 2,500 Twitter followers. I got denied. Then I tried it with a Facebook page I had. My Facebook page had over 20,000 followers. So they let me in that way. So that is how I got in the door to start live streaming on Amazon.
Perfect. And this is something that people should know. There's no a number that you can, I think, that you can have for sure. With this number, I can apply and I can be approved as an Amazon influencer. But I think it's important to mention as well, before going into the Amazon influencer program, you need to become an Amazon affiliate, which is Amazon associate. Okay. And for this, you only need to apply. There's no, and you will get immediate approval. Okay. So one of the things that people may be scared, if I go, I need to be live. No, you don't. First of all, you don't need to go live to take advantage of these Amazon programs. Okay, for instance, as I mentioned, you can have a website, or on your social media you can talk about some products you bought on Amazon. Okay, and then you can get commission if you're selling properly, of course. And hello, Tommy. How are you? let me. Thank you so much. So this thing is that there's different ways of creating content and sharing content and get commissions from that. So Ryan, how was the first time? And wait. Before that, I think we had the same thing, the same barrier, because when I applied, I applied twice, and in the first time, I think they couldn't bear my whole beauty, so they the thing is, once you get approved, you just found that you only can go live on Amazon using an iOS device with, I don't know which iOS version, but you need it. And I think you were also an Android guy for
Yes.
all time.
Yep.
So what did you thought? Because one of the things I usually talk with people, I don't think I don't, and I think you were the one of the person that explained why this is iOS only. But what did you thought? Because oh my God, I'm not buying an iPhone. Tell us.
All right. So
Wait,
I got access
just
to Amazon.
thank you, Tommy, for following me. Thank you. Hello, Enrique.
Oh, yeah, I got access, I believe, in September of 2020. Due to the you must have an iDevice, and due to I really had no idea what I was getting into on Amazon Live, I did not make a show until late December, which I will say was a huge mistake. I missed the entire holiday shopping season because I was worried. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think I would be good enough on Amazon Live. All these excuses I told myself to just not go live. So what I did, finally around Christmas, I can't even remember if it was a day or two before Christmas or a day or two after. anyhow, it was too late to do Christmas shopping. I finally did my first show on Amazon Live. And I was there's three different levels of Amazon Live. And I started at the, entry level. But I had
Rising
to borrow my son's iPad. So my son has an iPad. He's had an iPad for a couple of years, but it was the only device at our house. So I borrowed his iPad and told him, I need to borrow this. Can I do this live show? I did a show. I think I had 7 viewers. I was live for an hour. I lined up a whole bunch of kids' toys at my house to talk about, uh, and it went all right. But I only had 7 viewers. I did another one a couple days later, and I did a couple over the next month. Finally, in mid-January, I lined up an interview with a couple authors of a data science book, and I interviewed them on Amazon, and I sold a microphone. Not a copy of their book, unfortunately. I sold a microphone, but I made like $4, or something like that. It was kind of expensive microphone, and I thought, wow, you can
Woo!
actually make money off this Amazon live streaming. And once that kind of happened, I started realizing, how do I get into being the next level in Amazon? And then how do I get more serious about doing it? And you'll probably ask more questions about that. So,
Indeed. So I think that first sell, it's the one of the most amazing moments.
oh yes, it
and,
was.
and I think as well, when you get those, because as Ryan mentioned, there's 3 levels of influencers. The first is rising star. Then you need to complete 90 minutes of broadcasting, and then have a good quality and whatever, and then you can apply to become an insider. Okay. And once you're an insider, you get featured in some products pages. It depends on the product, the brand policy and whatever, and also in the competition, of course. And you can be featured there, and this will allow you to get more viewers and whatever, one of the things. And you can share your thoughts on this, Ryan, because as I do, or I did, or yes, I'm still doing. We came from going live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and whatever, and we noticed this falling number of viewers on those platforms, and suddenly we come to this Amazon live thing, and we end the broadcast, and we saw, oh my god, we were seen by thousands of people. Did you have this feeling?
Yeah. So for an indication, when I used to do my LinkedIn live shows, uh, I would do a really good show if I would have 100 people tune in to some part of the show. Like when I finished my show, if I had 100 viewers, that was usually pretty good. A number of people would end up watching it the next day or two, so that number would climb. But 100 was a good show. On Amazon, if you do an hour show, it's not uncommon to have 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 viewers that watch your show. So instantly when you see that, you realize your reach is so much bigger than than anything I had before. So
Absolutely.
that was
Absolutely.
big for me.
Yes, indeed. And by the way, talking about viewers, hello, Gabi. We need to talk. I need to bring Gabriel as well to my show. And Tommy, he's saying, I love that you have cameras in the carousel. I have a Sony mirrorless, and I love it. Yes, this is something that I'm thinking about by now. I'm using this Canon here in Europe. It's the name. It's 700D, the model. On in America, it is Rebel T5i. They have this different designation, but it's the same. It's the same camera, and I think it does a pretty good job. Okay, and but I want to, I don't know, maybe at the beginning of next year. We already talked about this, but I think Ryan can tell it again, Gabe, how you can become an Amazon live streamer. A
Hey,
recap.
I will tell you, if you go out to amazon.com/live, and that's their main live streaming page. I think if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, at the bottom there's a banner that says interested in live streaming. Click on that. You have to apply to be a live streamer, but part of the application process is, do you have a significant social media following on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter? And they've never really said what significant means. You just need to have an either a large number or a highly engaged audience. I applied with Twitter. I have 2,500 followers on Twitter, and I was denied. But I applied with Facebook. I had a Facebook page that has 20,000 followers on it, and I got approved with that one. So there's some rough numbers. That was 15 months ago, so I think those numbers probably have climbed. I don't know, but that's how you get in. Once you get in, then there's 3 stages of Amazon live streaming that you need to work your way through. Marco and I are both at the middle level, which is called Insider.
Yes, indeed. And Gabe throwed a really good, yeah, spelling. It's saying it's hard to level up. Yes, to become a listener, it's really hard. But let me get back to the question that Gabe made. What is the process to begin on Amazon? And I think this is important to mention everything to need, because this is nice, it's funny, it's easy, you don't have any work to go live and to set up a live stream. It's not like that, okay? Even though, for instance, once you get used, it's easier and faster, but at the beginning it's not that. You need at least, I don't know, maybe at least half an hour of prep to go live. Can you explain each which steps you take, every step you take?
Sure. Good question here, because it is not it it requires a little bit more work than what people think. So I do a morning show, probably 5 mornings a week, just about every weekday morning, talking about remote worker type of gear. Think monitors, laptops, desks, chairs, portable power printers. I mean, you can see a couple of them behind me there. I talk about those things. I bet I spend an hour, maybe even more, on prep time for each show. And what goes on in that prep time? When you live stream on Amazon, you get to put 40 items in your carousel. So that's 40 items you can talk about and highlight. And what I try to do is I try to stick to remote worker type of gear, but I try to find what are some of the better deals on monitors today? What are some deals on printers? Are there any Amazon deals of the day? Because Amazon has special highlighted deals of the day that maybe aren't products that I always include in remote worker gear. Like today, one of the deals of the day was an air purifier. It's not something I typically include in my remote worker products, but I do know that there are some remote workers out there that are interested in air purifiers, or like they know it's fall and there's a lot of allergies in the air and they may want an air purifier. So when there are deals that somewhat fit into my show topic, I try to add them in. But yeah, I do spend some time trying to get those things ready and get the right products in my carousel. And then going live is the fun part, honestly. I mean, I like that part. But it is some work. And plus, there's another thing that people maybe don't think about, because I don't have to do this before every show. I'm actually not really very good at it at all. But setting up a live streaming area ends up taking work, because once you start live streaming, you'll start to realize, hey, there are maybe some other things I would like in, my live stream background, or maybe I need some pictures on the wall, which I don't have any. But that's also some of the things that start to come into it, is upgrading your live stream setup. And I haven't been very good at this one, and I know Marco gives me a little bit of grief about this, but it that's how it works out. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, and by the way, Gabe said I will definitely check it out. Thank you, Ryan and Marco. Love your conversation, fellas, and we love that you love our conversation. Thank you so much, Gabriel and Slevin. Oh my God, it's hello, it's me, Tyler, another influencer in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as I mentioned, I'm not working with agencies because I'm located in Portugal, and it seems that Portuguese people are outside US people. They are not uh, world citizens. Okay, I think this is a matter of shipping and everything. So usually they don't work with people so far, at least. I think this will change, hopefully, as well. Amazon will spread this program to other Amazon uh, marketplaces, and maybe this will change a little bit. But so far, I'm not working with agencies. Ryan, do you want to share your?
I don't work with any agencies currently. I do have a couple of brands that have reached out to me. I really haven't done very many brand deals. And when I say brand deal, I mean a brand will send me some products and they will sponsor a show, meaning they will pay some extra money for me to talk about some of their different products. I haven't done a lot of those. I probably will do more over the next year, but I really haven't. I did want to give a shout out to Tyler, who just stopped by the show, because Tyler's a live streamer out on Amazon, and I think it was last Friday or Saturday night. One of the nights I stopped by his show, and he gave me the whole rundown, Marco, on the new Sony ZV-E10 camera, or whatever camera it was. And
Yes, it
he
should be that.
almost convinced me to buy one. Like
Yeah,
I wasn't even in the
I,
market for a camera, and he
I'm
almost had me buying one.
yes, I have to confess, this is one on my list, and at the top, because I've seen some reviews about the camera, and for broad live streamers, it sounds to me as an amazing camera, and it's an affordable one, and I think we should talk about this as well, Ryan, because even though this looks good and it's a way to get money and everything, it's also something about investment. For instance, we needed to invest in this iOS device. Okay, we need to invest in gear, because I think meanwhile you changed your microphone, and then you keep investing in other things, but also we need to invest a little in gear to review. Okay, can you
Yep.
share, because I think sometimes people think, okay, this is amazing and blah 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 and it's funny, but they kind of, they just want to make money, but they don't want to spend money. So Amazon becoming a good Amazon influencer is also something about becoming understanding the importance of investment. Your thoughts on this, because I think you have amazing things to share with us.
All right, so hold on. I didn't. I guess I never finished the iPhone iPad story. So not until I went on vacation in to Arizona. I went on vacation in February and March. And so when my family went to Arizona, we stayed in an Airbnb for like 3 weeks. We really didn't leave because coronavirus was still going on, but it was sunny and they had a pool. that we swam in. I did a couple of live streams from Arizona, and I said, I finally got to get serious about this. I ordered an iPod Touch, which is what I use still to do my live streaming. So I no longer have to borrow my son's iPad. But so in 2021, I bought a new iPod Touch. They still make them. It actually works great. It's pretty decent. Pretty much all I use it though is for the live streaming, but that kind of goes along with you have to make an investment. I would say the iPod Touch was definitely worth it because now I can go live anytime I want to. I don't have to make sure my son is not using his iPad. But back to your investment types of things and purchasing different products. I have chosen to spend more of my money on purchasing things like chairs. So I have a chair, a Gabberly chair that I talk about all the time in the mornings. I love it. A desk back here, a backpack, over there, some printers and shavers. I buy a lot of these products to demo and show on my show. When I do my morning shows, I don't talk a lot about live streaming. And so I think that's part of the reason why I haven't invested a lot of money into upgrading my live streaming portion, like getting a different camera or getting some different lighting. But it does need to happen, and I'm aware that I need to start leveling up the quality of my streams a little bit. It just hasn't happened quite yet. I'm focusing more on what products can I buy, what products can I demo. You can play all of the sad sounds that you want someday. I was actually talking to my son about it yesterday, and he was like, "Why do you want some lights?" I said, "Because look at what Marco's setup looks like." And I brought him up a picture that looks much like this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the lights do look better on Marco's show than on yours." And now that Marco's got that new chair, man, I have live stream envy of Marco now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but I've been noticing something that my armrest doesn't move. Just they just go up and down. They don't move the same way as yours. So I think I will return my share.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it's okay. So far, so good. And Tommy, he's saying, I'm wondering about, and this is a nice question as well. I'm wondering about gear versus quality of internet provider. This is a good question. Your thoughts on this, Ryan, please?
All right. Your internet provider matters. Why does this matter? When you live stream, you have to have pretty good upload speed at your house or place of business, wherever you are. And what would I say? I would say make sure your upload speed is at least 4 megs, probably 5 megs. Less than that, I think you're just going to have trouble because think about you're running a video, you're recording some audio you have to send out of your house a live stream video feed with audio and a little bit of like oversight of managing the stream on Amazon. So you have to be able to send out a lot of data to do that. It's also why I always, when I live stream, not always, most of the time, I have a wired in computer. So like right now, I have a network cable running to the back of my laptop, connecting it so that I have a wired connection. Reason for that is it's not so much that the speeds are higher, it's that Wi-Fi has tendencies to drop connections and drop packets a little bit more frequently than wired connections do. So the wired connection gives you a little bit more stable and reliable connection. Things don't drop out as frequently. So that's what I'd say about that. As far as the quality of your show, I think once you have enough internet bandwidth to send things out, that's probably first priority. because it doesn't matter how awesome and how great the lightings and the setup are. If your stream can't get it out there, nobody's going to see it. So make sure you got an internet bandwidth first. And then beyond that, I think I kind of have the opinion that I don't know right now that anyone comes to my stream because Ryan has an amazing live stream setup. I think people come to my live streams because I'm Ryan and I will talk to them. I occasionally say something funny. I am fairly honest. I tell them when I know things and when I don't know things. And so that's why I think people come to I think that's why people come to my show. And I'm married and I have 5 kids. And so when people drop by and they're like, I gotta buy my kid a laptop. I'm like, yeah, I bought like 10 laptops for my kids. I can help you out with that. Here's some things to look out for. So
Yeah, yeah, and we will discuss this in a while. I just want to add some 2 cents to this question, and this is a good question, of course, from Tommy. Let's think about the internet um, quality. Like the internet, it's a road, okay, and the gear, it's the car, and your okay, as a driver, your presenting skills, it's your ability to drive, okay.
yes,
So it doesn't matter if you have a Ferrari in your garage if you have a lousy street or road, okay.
yep,
So, and also it doesn't matter, and okay, it could help and you can improve. Have this in mind as well. I think Ryan, when he started, he was not that good at as he is today, okay. And I'm pretty sure that I was not as good as I am now when I started. Believe me, I was horrible, awful. So have this in mind as well. It's the same thing when you start driving, okay. You have a not expensive car, maybe a second it's second hand car, you say there.
we used cars, what we would say.
Used car, yes. And
Yeah,
then you get a new car, you get better tires, and you improve and whatever, and it's the same thing, okay. So have this in mind. And I think it's important to talk about. I don't think, I'm sure that it's important to talk. And even though I like, of course, to have a good setup, a good image, a good light, yes, I do. But you mentioned something, Ryan, that I think it's your your most important things on this. It's that you have your own identity. You didn't try to copy anyone. You didn't try to go fancy. You didn't try to go, I don't know, have this influencer way to do things. You, I know Ryan from the backstages, and I can tell, I can guarantee to you that this Ryan, it's the same. It's not a character that he's doing there. And I think this is your most important feature, if I'm allowed to say that, on your shows. Ryan, can you talk a little bit, because I think it's something that, as you mentioned, people tune in not because you have the most amazing background, it's not because you have the most amazing cameras, whatever, but it's because it's Ryan. And something, again, something that you mentioned, and I think this is what we should have in mind when we come to this Amazon influencer world. It's to talk about what we know and work as an advisor about products that people may want to buy on Amazon, and they are not sure if it's right for me. So you you and I, we are, and you as well, if you're watching us and you want to become an Amazon influencer, you should think about this. Not someone who's here yelling and making fancy things, but something that helps people to make the best purchases. Can you talk a little bit about this, Ryan, please?
yeah. So this is a great question, and thanks for the comments. Marco really is right. If you meet me not on camera, I'm largely pretty much the same person. But so when I started my show, I thought I was going to talk about tech tech books, not textbooks, like computer programming, data science books, things like that. And so I started doing a few shows on that, and I realized that on Amazon there was more interest in what types of gear, Ryan, do you have in your remote office setup? So, like, do you have a desk? Is it a sit stand desk? Do you have multiple monitors? Things like that. And that's how my show kind of transitioned to being remote worker focused. But I think the biggest thing for me and what I really liked about live streaming was interacting with the audience and either entertaining them or making them laugh or just providing them a small bright spot in their morning. Like I know Tommy tunes into most of my morning shows, and sometimes we have a lot of interaction, sometimes we really don't, but just having that little sense of community is one of the things that I think is pretty big. Like I know some of the people who joined into my show, like I remember their birthdays and things like that when they tell me that. I try to remember purchases people make when they're on my show and they're like, "Hey Ryan, you just talked about that backpack and I ordered it." And so like here's an example. We talk about my backpack. I ordered it a couple weeks ago. When I talked about it, Tommy was like, "Hey, that looks like a good backpack. I need one too." And
Can you please say again backpack? Because I don't know why this backpack thing sounds, it's cute. It's
backpack.
and
Sorry.
talking about backpack, why not talking about another famous spec?
You love it. Hey, I just saw Tommy's comment out there, and he said a lot of the QV or a lot of the Amazon live streamers are like QVC. And it's one of the things I would encourage if you are interested in getting started with Amazon Live or any live streaming. I would encourage you go live. Don't go out and spend hundreds of dollars getting new laptop gears and getting new microphones and setting up a whole streaming environment. Take your laptop or take your phone and go live. And remember this, unless you're super famous and you go live, not very many people are going to tune in right away. Tell some of your friends. So you don't really have to worry about, oh, I'm going to go live and millions of people are going to watch me.
Yeah,
If you really are worried about that, create a new Facebook group and don't invite anyone to it and go live to that. And then you won't have an audience. But I would say go live. The reason I would recommend maybe not going to a private Facebook group is go live to your Facebook account or LinkedIn account if you can do that. Because you want to experience a little bit of interaction. Your first stream, you don't want to be overwhelmed, but you want to know if you enjoy interacting with the audience back and forth, because some people I've heard like they go live once or twice and they're like, I don't really like that. I don't like that people can hear me stumble over my words. I don't like that people can, see what I look like and I don't have time to, this is what I really look like. When you're live, you can't pre-process everything and always look fantastic like you sometimes can in an Instagram photo. And some people just don't like that, and that's okay. But I would say go live first and let yourself try it to see if you like it before you start investing and getting into more products. And I don't remember where that actually tied into the question you were talking about, but I took that road.
Yeah, because Tommy said, sorry, Marco and Ryan are the only Amazon influencers I have ever bought anything. Many influencers are QVC like. Amen. I got the backpack, MS spec about Specman.
Yes. I know where I was going with that, because I went live and I started and I mentioned that I transitioned from streaming about books to remote worker gear.
Yeah.
The whole time Amazon does want you to talk about gear and products that they sell on Amazon. but I don't think everybody's live stream on Amazon has to look like QVC, like the television show where they're standing up there and they got a real big hype person up there and they're like, buy now, buy now, buy now, call now in the next 2 seconds. And we'll slash the price in half. I think there are different types of Amazon shows that you can have and, present it and talk about it a little bit differently. And that's what I've chosen to do. I say my morning show is more of a hangout. And that's why some people stop in for 2 minutes every morning. Some people stop in and stick for an hour or two. But I've just created a place for remote workers to come hang out, be comfortable, and learn about some new products that might make their remote working space a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more productive for them, because everybody wins in that case. If you're more comfortable, you're more productive, and you're going to like working from home more. Your business or your company that you either own or work for, or the company that employs you, is going to be happy because you're getting more stuff done and you're a happier employee.
Absolutely. And by the way, I have a comment here. I don't know if this is a compliment or a bad compliment. I don't know. I don't know, because it's me. Tyler said, Marco, do you get comments on how you sound just like Gru from Despicable Me? Just wondering. Well, I never got this comment. It's the first time. I don't know. Well, again, I don't know if this is a compliment or not. But the thing is, maybe one day I will get invited to become the Mr. Groove from Despicable Me.
Maybe
Who
you
knows?
will. I don't know. I think that was intended to be a question, not necessarily an insult or even a compliment. I don't know, Mr. Grew very well. I don't know. Maybe you sound like him.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. And by the way, for those of you who are tuning in, I'm showing in my carousel some of the gear I'm using today. Okay, so if, for instance, if you like the sound you're listening from me, you can check the microphone I'm using, the boom arm as well, and also I have my mixer there. So take a look, feel free. And Ryan, I think it's something important as well, because there's, oh my god, several ways that you can make money on Amazon influencer. And even though you're not taking advantage of all the extent of the thing, can you share? Tell me, thinking about Marco's gear makes me cooler.
Yeah, that is true. There are, so Marco, like, there are a ton, not a ton. There are a number of Amazon live streamers that talk about live stream gear. So you really, you can find somebody to tell you what camera you should get and what lighting you should get and how to set that all up. There's plenty of good ones out on Amazon.
Yeah.
But what was your question, Marco?
I was okay. I forgot as well. Well, I remember. um, Tommy, I want a Marco Gia T-shirt. I think we should thinking about some merch on Amazing Show. We should meet with the famous and infamous department, creative department, to
Creative
talk about,
department.
yeah, to talk
Well,
some gear. But Ryan, how can people make money as an Amazon influencer? And for you, you don't need to talk how many millions you're making each month. There's no need. But your most successful ways of making money on Amazon.
all right. Without throwing out exact dollars and figures, about a month ago, I quit my full-time job, and I'm now fully focused on Amazon Live and creating content for Amazon. So it does pay enough to provide a living for you. I don't think I'm going to be buying that Ferrari anytime soon, but it's working. There are two primary ways on Amazon that you can make money, and then there's one way off of it that I'm trying to do all three of them. The first one is live streaming, and that's kind of what we've been talking about a little bit here. Here's how it works. Marco, when he's live streaming on Amazon, can highlight up to 40 items in his product carousel. If during the show, while he's talking about some of those items, he will oftentimes appear on that page on Amazon. So if Marco's talking about his Shure microphone, if you were shopping on Amazon and you stumbled upon the Shure microphone page, you very likely would see Marco's live stream underneath it. And so if someone's watching that stream and sees Marco has that microphone,
we are featured on that page, on the microphone page. We are featured there.
Yeah, it's true. And so that's how people find you on Amazon. And if somebody watches part of Marco's show and clicks on an item in his carousel, and then ends up purchasing that item, Marco will make a small commission off of that, anywhere from 1 to 5% commission on that product. But when you think of the scale of Amazon, and previously I mentioned that when you do a 1-hour show on Amazon, you can hit 3,000, 5,000 people. So just thinking about the scale of that and how many people can stop by and click through and buy your products, you end up making money. So live streaming is the first way to make money. The second way to make money is you can create what is called influencer videos. These are recorded videos about products on Amazon, and they will appear on the Amazon page of that product. If you scroll down, there's a section that says review videos or influencer videos. And what those are is they are 30-second to 3-minute videos, maybe sometimes up to 10 minutes, but they're shorter recorded videos that give you a rundown of special things about the product. So for example, I just recorded one this morning on my backpack, and I recorded it and I opened up all of the compartments in here. And I said, if you buy this backpack, here's what your front compartment looks like. There's a water bottle holder over here. There's a water bottle holder over here. Here's the handle. Here's some close-ups of, some of the stitching and some of the seams. But there are a lot of products on Amazon, things that you just can't always tell from a picture. And so things where it's really, those videos are really helpful. What does it sound like? What does it feel like? I had a lunchbox video that I've made that's done fairly well. It said it was leak proof. So I made a video, I poured some water in it, closed it up, shook it around, and showed everybody that it didn't leak. The water was still in that one compartment that it was supposed to be in. And so those are called influencer videos. They work the same way. If somebody watches the video and then clicks and buys the product, I can get a small commission off of that. And so those are really great because those become passive income that people can watch, because my influencer videos will show up on that product page 24 hours a day, not just when I'm live. That little short video will always be there. So in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, if someone's out shopping for a backpack, they can watch my video and maybe I'll make a sale and get a small commission on that. And so that works. The third way, which is the one that I'm just getting into, and Marco had briefly mentioned, was the affiliate marketing, building a blog or a website, or maybe you already have a blog or a website somewhere that's working. And on your blog or website, talk about remote working or talk about whatever it is you talk about, and say, I'm a remote worker. I use a desk. I love having my desk. Here's a link to Amazon with the desk that I own. And maybe you even put up a picture or two about it. But you can keep doing your regular blog stuff, but if you can get creative about inserting information about some of the products you have, maybe you're a lifestyle blogger and you just talk about all these great things that you have at your home, and you can set up your living room to look really neat. And you demonstrate, here's what a gallery wall looks like. Well, those picture frames that are in the gallery wall, or the flowers that you use, if you bought those on Amazon, you can put affiliate links to them. And if somebody clicks that affiliate link and buys those products, here's the real catch though. If somebody clicks that affiliate link and within the next 24 hours, I think it is, if they buy anything on Amazon, you get the commission for that. So maybe they're like, oh, I looked at that. I clicked on the link because I want to buy that table that Ryan talked about in his blog. But then they go to Amazon and they're like, I don't really think I want that table anymore, but I do want this new laptop. And they buy that laptop. The person with the affiliate link can get the commission for that product. Or maybe they buy the desk and they're like, well, now that I got a desk, I'm going to need a power strip to go along with it or some other things. You can get commissions on all of those products. And your commissions coming from a blog, coming from off of Amazon, are a little bit better than your commissions from the on-site Amazon videos and the live videos. So those are the three ways: live video, recorded video, and then links from a blog or website.
Okay, perfect. And Tommy, Tommy said, "I love the stuff Marco has in his carousel. Carousel. I wish I was smart enough to know how to use them."
I will tell you this. So this goes back to knowing your audience and paying attention to your audience. Tommy is maybe the only person who at least verbally mentions it. He will check out everything that's in my carousel every morning. So if I add something new and funny and different at the end of my carousel, Tommy jumps into my stream and he'll be like, "Hey Ryan, I see you've got a umbrella set in there today. Where'd you find that?" So nothing slips by Tommy. He knows that he pays attention to those carousels.
So good, so good. Well, Ryan, time flight.
Is it the end?
Almost. If you can give 3 recommendations, 3 reasons for people to go live on Amazon, what you could say to people?
3 recommendations. This is a good question. Obviously, I would say the first one is on Amazon. You can actually make money if you decide that that's what you want to do with your live streaming. You can make money. The second one, I would say, you have amazing reach. Like we were talking about, over the course of Marco's 1-hour show, I mean, we maybe hit 3,000 pairs of eyeballs who watched some part of the show here on Amazon. So your reach is huge. Plus, I would say the third thing, which is something I really like about Amazon and the Amazon audience, is I have noticed there is a real sense of community amongst both the other live streamers on Amazon and the live stream viewers. And you probably know this as well, Marco. A lot of the viewers tune into a number of different people's shows, and the live streamers, just like has happened in this show, other live streamers stop by. We get excited to see the other live streamers. People like Tommy watches my show and your show, and it almost feels like the Amazon live world at this point, and even I think it's still pretty small, feels like a little community of, we kind of all know each other and kind of know what's going on. And it's really quite fun. They're very inclusive of new people that show up. And I really like that. And if I were to add a fourth, because I know you're going to let me add a fourth.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Of course you are. I think the one thing about Amazon that is something that I didn't know, and maybe this isn't exclusive to Amazon, but it's a live streaming thing. When someone jumps into the comment, I do not know what they look like. I do not know how old they are. I maybe don't know their gender. And even if you can maybe guess from their name, uh, as a live streamer, I get to make almost zero preconceived biases about whether I'm going to like this person or not. I just have to assume somebody showed up to my show and somebody wants to interact and they either want help from me or they want to hang out. And so I think I just love the fact that I am accepting if you show up to my channel and start chatting, I'm accepting. And I kind of just have to be and even on Amazon, there isn't even that big of a problem with trolls anymore. We've had problems lately, and trolls are people who stop by, and you get this as a live streamer sometimes, but trolls show up and say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, or you're dumb, or they put out naughty words in your chat. And I haven't had problems with that in the last month or two.
Yeah, I think well, I'm not going live as often as I did before, but I think it's pretty easy to solve that. I just I look at the comment if it's something that it's not appropriate or it's silly or something. I just go there, mute the, and that's it. End of story. I'm not wasting time and policing people.
Yeah. I
So
also
Ryan,
think
yes, yes, yes.
being guys, we are males. I think we have a little bit less of a target for some of that than female live streamers are. But both of us can say we've dealt with it a little bit. I think the methods that people use to attack live streamers are just maybe a little bit different. But
And we have here Randall Constant. Hello! And I didn't make this today, but so we need to do this, Ryan. I think people, I think right now people just tune in to see this. Okay. So
yes, they do. Hey, Randall, thanks for the show. You're catching the end.
thank you so much for tuning in.
Mark's getting arrested, so it must be time to go.
So let me get back to normal life. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Ryan. I don't know if you don't mind if you can share on the Amazon chat your the link to your store or to your lives, please, so people can follow you and you can say to people where they can find you besides on uh, on other platforms, please.
All right. So if you want to get to my Amazon storefront, you can go to that's RyanIS.live. Go into your browser, type RyanIs.live. It'll take you right to my Amazon storefront. Elsewhere on the internet, if you search for my name, Ryan Swanstrom, you will pretty much find me. There are only two Ryan Swanstroms that I know of, myself and then a 6'9" basketball player from the state of Washington. I'm not that one. I'm the other one. But you can find me pretty easy. Smash my name together, put a .com at the end. You can find me there. You can go to liveshoppingcommunity.com and get access to the blog that I'm kind of starting to go along with my Amazon Live influencer stuff. So that's how you can get a hold of me.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ryan. Let me make you jealous using my new share, and you can find it. Thank you so much, Ryan. It was a pleasure. By the way, if you're watching now, please tune in next Friday, 6:30 p.m. GMT plus one, which stands to Lisbon and UK, or 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, 12:30 p.m. Central time. I think it's 10:30 a.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
And you will witness. Hello, Enrique. Thank you so much. You will tune with and thank you. Okay, today I'm gonna make a different sound for new followers. my music when I get a new follower. Thank you so much, Randall. Thank you. So you will tune, and we will talk next Friday on our amazing show. And by the way, if you're watching on other platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn, you can check in the description the link to try this show sponsor SE ranking. Okay, it's an amazing, powerful tool. So you can get the most of your digital marketing strategy. You can look at your competitors. You can see which keywords are performing better on your website and whatever. So if you want, you can try it. Okay. Also, Ryan, you can try it as okay. This side you can try it as well. Tommy, I think I think this deserves a ta-da. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure. It was amazing. Don't forget, by the way, to follow Ryan. Okay. And by the way, if you're watching here on Amazon or other platforms, you can follow me as well. I'll be pleased to be followed by you. Follow the leader. And by the way, for those Hispanic people watching now or even recording, I wish you amazing Dia the let me see, Hispanic Heritage Day. I think it's an amazing thing because Spanish people are my neighbors. Okay, I live really close to Spain, and they are lovely neighbors. Okay, so enjoy the day. It's your day. A disfrutar el día. I live in Portugal, so enjoy the rest of the day. Ryan, thanks again for joining me. Thanks for all of you who tuned in today. It was a pleasure. It was a really fun, and we are almost neighbors, Randall. So thank you so much. We will see here soon. Bye bye. I think, let me see if I can find the outro.
Thank you so much, Marco, for having me on the show, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you. Let me see if I can. Okay, because we are having. Let's say it. It's Amazon. It's live streaming. Being live streaming, I'm facing some issues here. Okay, don't laugh at me because things happen to people. You know. Now,
It really does, and you get better at it the more you do it.
so bye bye.
Bye, everybody.